Former President Bill Clinton just wrapped up a deposition taken by the House Oversight Committee. Clinton wanted to do the deposition in public at a public hearing. The MAGA Republicans wanted to do it in secret, and former President Clinton turned the tables on Donald Trump here and also mentioned that Donald Trump appears to have been bragging about his relationship with Epstein, how close they were. And former President Clinton said that when Donald Trump would bring up Epstein around Clinton, Donald Trump talked about how they had a falling out regarding a real estate deal, which is what we have previously reported on the MeidasTouch network, and not that it involved Donald Trump kicking Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago because he discovered that Epstein was engaged in child sex trafficking and other crimes. It was over a real estate transaction. That's what former President Clinton testified as well. But of course, the MAGA Republicans, who wanted to keep this thing secret for a reason, they tried to change the narrative right away because they know that Clinton's testimony was actually very damaging to Donald Trump. And so what ended up happening is you had the MAGA Republicans rush out after Clinton's deposition was over. You see James Comer right here, and I'll show you what he said in just a moment, where he said, look, everybody, Bill Clinton exonerated Donald Trump. He said they're using Bill Clinton as the character reference now for Donald Trump. That's how desperate they are. They go, former President Clinton went on to say that President Trump never said anything to me to make me think that he was involved. And he meant with Epstein. Now, as Democratic Congressmember Frost, who was in attendance at this deposition, said, I'm happy to clarify, President Clinton brought up a conversation he had with Trump in New York City regarding Epstein. Clinton said that Trump told him that he had a falling out with Epstein due to a land dispute, a real estate transaction. This directly refutes Trump's claims about why he fell out with Epstein. And the House Oversight Dems Rapid Response responded right away, and they said, let's be clear. Today, President Clinton raised more questions about the relationship between President Trump and Epstein, specifically with regards to the reason their relationship ended. Claims that President Clinton fully exonerated Trump are wrong and a mischaracterization. In fact, President Clinton confirmed that he knew Trump and Epstein had a close relationship and said Trump reported having great times with Epstein. The full transcript, unedited, should be released immediately. This is why the MAGA Republicans want to do these depositions in secret. Even if they're going to release the video later on, they want to rush out, change the narrative, spread the propaganda, try to overwhelm people with lies, and then people get confused about what really happened. That's why it's important that we report on all of the facts here at the MeidasTouch Network. But just so you can see what James Comer reported, here's what James Comer said happened. Here's what he says. Play this clip.
The Democrats, who are the minority, had an hour. We will break for 10 minutes, then the majority will go back for our second hour, which will be the third total hour. That might be the halfway point. After that, that's yet to be determined. But just wanted to mention something, because I know there's a lot of obsession about President Trump from the media, a lot of curiosity about President Trump from the media. I want to make a statement, because they'll probably not mention this when they come out here. The Ranking Member Garcia asked President Clinton, quote, should President Trump be called to answer questions for this committee? And President Clinton said, that's for you to decide.